Hello and welcome to The Box Seat, Perth Racing's video previews of racing out of Ascot as we commence the Ascot Summer Carnival season. My name's Scott Embry. I'm going to be taking you through The Box Seat on Saturdays and Wednesdays until the end of October. And today we're going to preview the meeting out of the 10th of October on Saturday. The opening meeting back at Ascot. Can't wait. We're going to have perfect weather conditions. 23 degrees, rail at the 3 metre position, track a good 4, and race number 1 is the Tab Touch West Speed Maiden. Let's have a look at the recent trial of Lord Lonsdale as he has his first start for new trainer, Kieran McDonough.
Around the home turners, Peace Prize, into the straight they run. Out in front it's Lord Lonsdale, leading by a neck. On the outside, coming home well is Bozoon, Epauletti in the inside, and battling on as well is Sychern, but still in front is Lord Lonsdale. Kicked away again, leads by a length and a half to Epauletti on the inside, and coming through Sychern now, but it's a nice win to Lord Lonsdale over Epauletti and Sychern.
Well, that was Lord Lonsdale leading all the way in a recent trial, on a soft 6 as well. First start for a new stable, had one outing in his career, and that was for Tiana Robertson, where he was pretty impressive late in the piece, behind some subsequent winners including Dark Mission, who's a black type filly. I thought the recent trial was good, and I think that Chloe as a party, importantly, can find the front. And we all know one of the best parts about being back at Ascot is that leaders are going to be very hard to run down, especially with the rail at 3, and especially early on the card. Wouldn't surprise me to see the first leader at Ascot salute, and I'm actually going to make one of the better bets on the program at his return, number 6 in Lord Lonsdale. I'm then going to number 7 in Darcel and 8 in Wednesday, who both come from the same maiden first up, and were both good chasing late. I then went to number 1, Trade Fair Express, who's knocking on the door, but I think he's had his fair share of chances. My numbers in race 1 at Ascot, the season opener, 6, 7, 8 and 1. Race number 2 at Ascot is the exciting initial plate. It's sponsored by Schweppes, and it's the first time we get to see these juveniles. The 2-year-olds, the new crop, step out for the very first time. Wide open race, but the replay we're going to look at is a 400 metre jump out at Belmont Park that features the favourite, Fatale Femme, the Lady is a Vamp, and also Rommel's Command. So you're looking for Peter Nucky in the blue, Jade McNaughton the blue, and Mitchell Pateman in the black with the purple sleeves.
And they're racing now and getting away fast. French Rhapsody from the inside, showing good speed as Rommel's Command. And down the outside is Fatale Femme running on. Just in behind them, the Lady is a Vamp. And then came Captain Bonnie and a clear last as Crown Princess. Moving up, Fatale Femme on the outside, hit the front. The Lady is a Vamp starting to come through. Back on the inside, Rommel's Command in front is Fatale Femme. And Fatale Femme has won.
Well, that was only a 400 metre jump out, but it does contain the top 3 in the market here. I'm going to go with the Lady is a Vamp from the Lou Luciani stable, and we know that Lou and his son Dion are very good at producing these jump and run 2-year-olds early in the season. I think Jade McNaught from the inside gate can almost lead this up, and so at around that $4 mark, I thought that the Lady is a Vamp might be a little bit of a sneaky chance on debut. So I'm going her way, number 10. From Fatale Femme, who clearly is going to go around your favourite, and why wouldn't she? We saw that 400 metre jump out win. She then won a 1,000 metre trial. She's going to be short and she's going to be hard to beat, there's no doubt. Number 3 in Rommel's Command, the first of the Rommel stock. He was a wonderful WA galloper for Neville Parnham, then went across to the east and was very successful. This is the first of his progeny and hopefully he can start with a bang. I then went to number 8 next best in Salchino for the well-regarded 2-year-old stable of Mike Santich. So in the Schweppes initial plate, my numbers are 10, 6, 3 and 8. Race number 3 at Ascot is for the stayers over 2,200 metres. It's the Amelia Park Handicap, and the replay we're going to watch contains 3 horses or 4 horses who are all in this race and all in the market. It's Mosserati, Steve Parnham in the pink, Brad Parnham, who is on Paddy's Shadow in the blue, and also we've got down the outside in the white is Double Digit, and fading in the light blue is Mackenzie Brook. Let's have a look at these 4 horses in replay.
For home, Mackenzie Brook, though, coming after it very quickly. A length and a half, Mosserati, Paddy's Shadow. Further back, Double Digit, leading girl, Mackenzie Brook. Took them to the 200, though, in front of Paddy's Shadow. Mosserati, leading girl, is starting to wind up now. Mackenzie Brook, Paddy's Shadow, leading girl coming. Mosserati gets an inside run. Paddy's Shadow hits the front. Leading girl comes at it. Mosserati Mosserati, leading girl Mosserati, or tight go.
Well, it was a really good finish there in the race that was taken out by leading girl. Chris Parnham beat Brad Parnham and Steve Parnham in a three-way Parnham trio finish. But I think here, the one they're all going to have to beat this time is Bonneville Black. He's the newcomer to 72 plus grade. He's won 3 in a row. He's shooting for 4 in a line. And with Matty Derrick's claim, who has ridden him to his last 3 victories, he gets him with only 52 kilos. And in a race without a lot of speed, I think he actually takes it up. He's the leader, or he sits outside of Brothers Keeper. And from there, I'm going to mark Bonneville Black as the toughest to beat and put him on top to score a 72 plus win. Number 4 for me in Bonneville Black. From number 2 in Mackenzie Brook, who probably just pulled a little bit too hard for her own good last start. 7 in Mosserati and 6 in Paddy's Shadow. They all come from that same form reference race. Mosserati should box seat get the right run, and Paddy's Shadow absolutely loves the Ascot surface. So in what is a pretty competitive staying race, I'm going to go with Bonneville Black to make it 4 in a line. My numbers in race 3, 4, 2, 7 and 6. Race number 4 at Ascot is the Seppelt Wines Handicap. It's over 1,600 metres, and we're going to have a look at the recent trial of Truly Great. And just listen to Richie Bell's call. He sums it up well. This horse is in for a big prep.
Outside now and really unwind, and then I Am Sheriff in the straight though, and here comes Truly Great putting in a magnificent burst down the outside of the track. On the inside is American Sea, but Truly Great just canted up on the outside, shot to the lead, and it's all over. This horse is set for a very big campaign. Truly Great comes away and in greatness wins by 4.5. Second home, Bruni Island.
Well, didn't Richie love that trial? He got very excited for Truly Great, and I'm sure there's a lot of punters out there that are going to be pretty keen to see him return as well. My query for him is that he probably settles last in this field, and that's not a spot that you typically want to be at Ascot. But the way that he's been trialling, the progressive nature of Grant and Alana Williams' young team, I think that Truly Great can take the step to the next level, and I'm going to tip him to round them up from last at Chris Parnham's return after a small suspension. I'm going to go with number 10, Truly Great, first up. From number 5 in Zero Demerits, who did beat him home at a start last preparation, but he does have to concede 3 kilos to Truly Great, who's probably just improving every single time he goes out. While Zero Demerits is a bit of a query at 1,600, he gets the right run to show that he can stick out the trip. Number 7 in Black Shadow, an interesting trial and a month between runs, but his best is definitely good enough. And then I went to number 3 in Red Hot Tip, who did go back first up, but did lead all the way to win the Mel Vista Stakes. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Ryan Hill put the foot down and try and take it up. My numbers in race 4, 10, 5, 7 and 3. Race number 5 at Ascot is the Byron Bay Premium Lager Handicap. It's over 1,400 metres, and the replay we're going to watch contains the win of Patristic, but more importantly, the fast finishing third of your favourite, Inspirational Girl.
To run, Red Publisher moved up to join Count Tomozoff, who kicked as soon as he was there. Count Tomozoff again got away from Red Publisher. Patristic lets down Western Pride. Inspirational Girl taking a long time to really hit overdrive. It's Patristic and Western Pride that are doing battle. Inspirational Girl is coming late, but Patristic kicks and finds. It's Patristic from Western Pride. Patristic.
Well, the way the race that race was run, Inspirational Girl was not a winning chance so far out. She had to run the fastest last 1,000, 800, 600, 400 and 200 to get as close as she did. And when you consider she was 8 weeks between runs, I thought the effort was massive. Chris Parnham hasn't been dealt any good gates at Ascot on Saturday, and this one is really awkward for her. But she has the winkers on, and Grant and Alana Williams have a 61% winning strike rate when they put the winkers on their horses for the first time. We think Superstorm, we think Windstorm, they just keep putting them on and they just keep winning. So hopefully that can be the formula here with Inspirational Girl. I'm tipping number 4 on top. From number 8 in Why Choose Her, Ash Maley's got this mare in career best form, no doubt in my mind. Her effort last start behind Cliffs of Comfort and Celebrity Queen was excellent. Number 5 in Patristic, who was given an absolute peach by Christy Bennett last start, far and away the ride of the meeting. And number 7 in SPILLINOVA, who was a surprise leader last start, but if he can find the front again here at Ascot, he'll no doubt be hard to run down. My numbers in race number 5, 4, 8, 5 and 7. Race number 6 at Ascot is the Crown Sports Bar Handicap. It's over 1,500 metres and it represents the first leg of the quaddie. The horse we're going to watch in replay is Tycoon Storm, who maps to get a very similar run to what she enjoyed here.
is last of all. Kelly's Callisto led them, passing the 350. Fry's Gift, Tycoon Storm collared them very quickly though. Inflation gets up towards the inside. Further back is Ameliago. It's Tycoon Storm with 150 to go though, clear of Inflation. Tonka Tough is starting to jump right out of the ground, but Tycoon Storm is doing more than enough, and Tycoon Storm goes on to win from either Tonka.
Well, that was Brad Parnham settling Tycoon Storm 1 out, 1 back in a midweek race, coming to the outside at the right time, and realistically, she made them look silly. I think from gate number 7, Brad actually lands in an almost identical spot here. There looks to be good speed with Butterly Lad and Peppy Jack, but other than that, I thought Brad Parnham would be able to clear those who were drawn underneath him and land 1 out, 1 back in a very prominent spot. This mare loves winning, she's getting better with racing, she's carried the weight to victory before, and she ticked a lot of boxes for me. I thought she was one of the best bets on the card, and we should almost get $4 or $5 about her as well. I'm going to make her one of the best, number 2 in Tycoon Storm. From number 7 in Butterly Lad, who looks like leading this up, and if that rail is the place to be at Ascot on opening day, then that's where Butterly Lad's going to be. Number 7 Expressionist, who was eye-catching first up, simply phenomenal last 200. Once he saw daylight, he was really hitting the line hard. As was the stablemate from the same race, Devoted Star. Senior rider goes on Expressionist, Chris Parnham sticks with Devoted Star. I'd be surprised if the 2 Cerise and White runners weren't cutting them down late, but hopefully it's too late because I'm going to go with Tycoon Storm. My numbers in race 6, 2, 7, 4 and 9. Race number 7 at Ascot is the feature. It's the Crown Perth 3-year-old classic at 1,000 metres. It sees the undefeated Clairvoyance take on Gemma's Son, takes on Charlton Eddie, throw in Rain of Fire and a number of other well-credentialed horses, and this is an absolute ripper. Can't wait for this. We're going to watch the last start dominance performance of Clairvoyance.
Parnham just giving her a little more range. She quickly moved to clear now. Clairvoyance of Keep Your Feet. Into the open is Watch Me Dance, followed by Agent Kensington. He draws the Shillelagh down to the 175, and look at her go. Boy, oh boy, Clairvoyance put up 4 lengths on them very, very easily. You don't need a crystal ball to know what the future is for this filly. Clairvoyance won in a canter again by 5.
Well, that was only a 4-horse field, but it's hard to not be impressed with the way that Clairvoyance was able to extend in the concluding stages. She smashed the clock at her last 2. She should be firing forward from the wide gate, and provided she doesn't get caught 3 wide outside the leader, which is a small chance in a sticky map, I think she's still very hard to beat. If she can get to the breeze, she is the pre-post favourite for the Winterbottom Stakes in November, and if she's going to get anywhere near that race, she has to be very hard to beat in this. If she does have her colours lowered, it's going to be at the hands of a horse like Charlton Eddie or Gemma's Son, even Rain of Fire flying late. I can't wait for this, but I'm going to tip into Clairvoyance, number 6. From 2 in Charlton Eddie, who trolled every bit as good as Indian Pacific, who's a 78 plus winner and a very exciting horse of Neville Parnham's. Number 1, Gemma's Son, has only tasted defeat once in his life, and that was in the Karrakatta Plate. He's an absolute star, Gemma's Son, and he's going to go around at a backable price. I then went to number 3 in Rain of Fire, who's no doubt going to find 1,000 metres a little bit too sharp. Watch for him flying late and put him straight into the black book. My numbers in the 3-year-old classic, best race we've seen in a long while, 6, 2, 1 and 3. Race number 8 at Ascot is over 1,000 metres. It's the Crown Towers handicap, and we're going to have a look at the recent trial of Rusty Stewart's little filly in Chantorque.
On the inside is Chantorque. In the centre is Danny Bella, and down the outside of the track is 11 seconds, and they're clear from Midnight Blue. On the outside is In Her Dreams, and back behind them Argent Tour, but kicking on the inside Chantorque. It's clear now from Danny Bella. It's Chantorque from Danny Bella, and Chantorque goes home to beat Danny Bella, the weakening 11 seconds.
Well, Chantorque's a 3-year-old filly taking on the older horses. It's only her 3rd career start, but I like that recent trial. It was in blinkers, and there aren't blinkers first up. But I think from the inside gate, she's going to have the speed to lead. And when all of her main dangers are natural back markers, I thought she might be able to pinch this at an each-way price. I think Russell Stewart's made a really good move to avoid Clairvoyance and Gemma's Son, and also Charlton Eddie in the 3-year-old classic, and come to this race. So hopefully he's rewarded with a little bit of prize money. And on the each-way basis, I'm going to put 15 on top in Chantorque. Number 16, Real Grace, couldn't have been more impressive first up. She won a Class 1 against the older horses by 3.5 when she was held up until the 150 metre marker. I then went to number 5, Miss Frost, who's a first up no trial winner before. She's a 1,000-metre winner this track and distance before. A lot points to her running a big race for Luke Kyle Fernie and Mitchell Pateman. And then I went to number 10 next best in Schoolhouse Rock. Watch for this grey. He's going to be a black booker, there's no doubt. My numbers in race number 8, 15, 16, 5 and 10. Race number 9 at Ascot on Saturday is the Marywell Handicap. It's over 1,200 metres. And a fair warning, if you back Cliffs of Comfort last start, look away now because it's very hard to watch in replay. Here he is, getting nailed on the post by Celebrity Queen.
Money Matters into the home straight. Why choose her further back? Cliffs of Comfort, though, as a party. Now goes for home at the 250. Shakes him up, draws the Persuader, kicks away from Highland Beat, Money Matters, and Celebrity Queen. Cliffs of Comfort going very well with 100 left to go. Now down the outside comes Celebrity Queen, but Cliffs of Comfort's clinging on. Cliffs of Comfort, Celebrity Queen dive late, and she got the last.
Well, I do apologise to anybody that backed the Cliffs of Comfort in the Nicopolis Stakes because he looked home for all money. He was huge. That was the day there was a 50-kilometre headwind at Belmont Park. He punched into it the whole way, nabbed on the post. It's a tough beat, but he comes from a 78 plus back to a 66 plus. We're likely to get each way odds because he's drawn gate 20 of 20. He'll come into 16 after scratchings, and if he can come across with This'll Test Ya and sit in the breeze, I think it'd be pretty hard to beat here for Chris Graham. Number 1 on top in the last, Cliffs of Comfort. From number 10, who is Naughty by Nature, she's first up, returning as a 4-year-old mare. All her 3-year-old feature runs were excellent, albeit over a lot further. Number 6, last start, who the bubble burst possibly with This'll Test Ya, but it wouldn't surprise to see this boom mare rebound quickly. She is high quality, she is getting better, but she does look a little bit vulnerable when she can't find the front. I then went next best number 5 in PULI, who's very honest and very progressive. My numbers in the lucky last out of Ascot. It's the Marywell Handicap. My numbers are 1, 10, 6 and 5. Best bets time at Ascot on Saturday, opening day, the 10th of October. I'm going to go best bet, first leg of the quaddie, race 6, number 2 in Tycoon Storm. For a little bit of value, I'm going to race 8, number 15, Chantorque. Good luck if you're having a bet on Saturday. Make sure if you are in the area, get out to Ascot, check out the new trophy room, check out the new Yarradale stud room, all of the action at Ascot on Saturday. There's going to be a hobby horse race, there's going to be bars, pop-ups. Can't wait to see everybody out there. Follow Perth Racing on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, and get to perthracing.com.au to buy all your tickets.